Hello, fellow Sudokans, and welcome to Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku Puzzle. It's Sunday the 12th of November 2023. I hope you are keeping well. I hope your weekend is an enjoyable one. I'm not sure about the weather outside. I think the sun is out, but it may not be as bright as it often is, but the sun is out here. It's morning in Bangkok. I should be going swimming later. I haven't had my breakfast yet. The cat is currently eating his breakfast and will be out for his morning promenade in just a second. What's going on in the world? Well, in Ohio, just a few days ago, the people of Ohio voted clearly, a clear majority, to enshrine abortion rights in Ohio's state constitution. And the Republicans, who hate democracy because they are authoritarian, have decided they're going to try and do everything they can to not implement that. And one method that they're going to use is to say that only the legislature, I can't say it properly in the morning, can change any laws on this particular matter, and that the judiciary must have no input. They will not allow any judges to make decisions on this. And since the Republicans have control of the legislature, but I still said it wrong. You know what they have control of. The state assembly, maybe. And they are going to do everything they can to not put it in, I guess. And this is the trouble that America is in. It's a supposed democracy without democracy, with the current batch of Republicans who are extreme authoritarians. And if you haven't noticed it yet, or you still believe that they are not, please notice it now. They really are. Okay, let's get on with the game of Sudoku as supplied to us by the Observer. Now, you have come here knowing what the level is, or having an approximate idea of what the level is. I, on the other hand, at this stage in time when I'm recording this video, have no idea what level this particular game is. It could be very straightforward, easy beginner level game. It could be a medium level puzzle, a hard, or even an expert level puzzle. We've had all of those from the Observers at some time or another, but they deign not to give us any inkling at the beginning. They say, go ahead, work it out for yourself. So that's what we have to do. So that means that just in case it turns out to be a very simple puzzle and we get beginners clicking on it, I just give a brief rundown of the rules, a very brief rundown of the rules. Monday is where I normally go into more details about explanation for beginners. So if you are a beginner, I'll check out any Monday to get very detailed instructions on how to play the game if you've never played before. But just a quick outline if you haven't played before and you want to attack it. There are 9 squares across every row of this grid, and some squares have digits filled in. You can see 1 here, 8 there, 3 and 5, and our job is to fill in digits 1 to 9, of course 1 number per square. And because there are only 9 squares, it means each number cannot be repeated. There's only one possibility for it. Each column we do the same thing. There are 9 squares in each column. You can see that this has a digit 8 only, so there are 8 other digits to fill in these squares. And then there are these small 3x3 grids like this, where we're also going to put numbers 1 to 9 in there, and that's it. That's all we have to do, really. How do we go about finding the answer? We don't guess, because it's a game of logic. We use logic to find the answer. And so we'll start, for example, by saying we'll look at this block here, and in the 5 remaining squares to be filled, we don't yet have a digit 6. And when we consider the 6s that are surrounding this block here, we can see that this 6 disallows these 2 squares from becoming 6 because it's in the same column, and this 6 disallows these 2 squares from becoming 6 because 6 cannot reappear in its column, right? So that means there is only one empty space, and we know for sure that the 6 has to fit into that square there. Okay, let's look at this square over here. Now you say, well, there's quite a lot of empty squares here. How are we going to know? Well, we can look at digit 4, and we can see that 4 cannot be repeated in this row, and 4 can't be repeated in this row, and 4 can't be in this column. I usually use the term block. I know I use block for a block, and a block as in to block, verb and noun. If you understand the difference between verb and noun, you'll be okay at understanding my instructions. Or suggestions, I should say, not really instructions. 4's blocking across here, and blocking up here mean that that must be our 4. Now, if we take the 6 that we just filled in, and the 6 across here like this, there is only one possible location for the 6. Got the idea now? Okay, great. Welcome to the Sudoku Club. You're now a secret member. We don't have any secret handshakes or anything like that, or if we do, I don't know. Nobody's ever told me about them. And anyway, I'm glad that there aren't any secret handshakes. It would be most ridiculous. We have 8 blocking across these 3 squares here, and we have 8 blocking down here. So in this group, a block here, sorry, that's the noun. We have an 8 here. We have 8 going down and down here and across here, and that will give me an 8 in this square. We have 8s going across this way and down here. So you can see we're using the digits that we just placed. They often come in handy at finding the other numbers. Now we've got 8 up here and 8 across here. There's an 8 and 8 up here, and across here. Now this will actually be the last digit 8 if I'm right. Yes. So we now have an 8 in every row, every column, and every block. So there are no more 8s to find in this particular grid. Okay. We have 2 blocking up here. That puts a 2 into that square there. We have 1 blocking across here. That gives me a 1 there. And now there's only 1 empty square in this block here. So I just have to see which number we don't yet have from 1 to 9. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We don't have 9. So we know it's going to be a 9. Now we can get this number here. All we have to do is work out these 3 numbers, what's missing for this series here, and then we will have 1 left. Or we could look for the number that blocks across here. Either way will give us the same thing. 7 will do it if you like. 7 blocks across there, and that will be a 7 in that square. We also have 7s down here and across there, so let's put a 7 there, shall we? Now 1 blocks up here and across there, so that will give us a digit 1, and then the 1 that we just filled in, and this one across and this one up here is going to give us 1 in that square. What are the 3 missing numbers here? It's always good to find out. We're missing 2, 3, 5. So we have a 3 intersecting, we have a 5 intersecting, but we don't know about the 2 just yet. So we'll come back and do that later. We've also got 3. Oh, we've got 1 empty square at the end of this row. We should do that next because we can find it for sure. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't have 5 in this row yet. So let's fill in the 5. This 5 blocks all the way down here. That means this will be a 5 here. We have 2 numbers to fill up this column. The missing numbers are 2 and 4, but we don't have any intersecting 2s and 4s across here just yet. We can find out this because we know what 2 numbers must fit in here. We need 3 and we need 4 here. Now we can't say which is which, but we do know that only 3 and 4 are here. So in this column now, we have 3 and 4 down here, so we only have 1 empty square to be filled, and that's going to be with a 9. Or you could just say 9 blocks up here and 9 blocks up here. You will get the same result. So different ways to find the same information are possible. Okay, so what? I've forgotten what goes here. This was, I just said it and I've forgotten it already. This was what, 2 and 4. And so this is going to be 5 and 7. Again, no help on that just yet. But there is something else I can see. We've got 7 blocking this square, 7 blocking this square, 7 blocking this square. So in this row, this is the only square that's not affected by 7s from south. So 7 must be there. Well, I haven't even paused for breath yet. That's not because I'm so desperate to eat my breakfast. No, that's not the reason. It's just been pretty straightforward up to this moment in time. But now I guess we have to have time to stop and think about what is left. Well, I'm not sure, so I should click on the digits and see if I can spot anything easily. And not with the 1s. How about the 2s? Yes, we have 2 blocking this square and 2 blocking this square. So in this column, that's the position of 2. Now, if you remember, the other missing digits here are 3 and 5. So we've got 3 blocking up here. So we can place our 3 there. And we can put our 5 like so. Now, our 3 blocks up here and up here like this. That will give us 3 in that square. And the bottom, we have 1 empty square. And that must be filled with 6, I believe. Okay, now this 6 blocks up here and 6 blocks across there. Excuse me, I'll try that again. 6 blocks up here and 6. If I hold down the right key, blocks across here, that will give me a 6 in this square. So 6 is across here and across here means that's a 6. And then the 6 down here and down here and across here and across here will give us the final digit 6. Okay, have we made any progress on 1s yet? No, I don't think so. How about the 2s? Do we know anything that we didn't know a moment ago? I'm going to say no. Can we finish off the 3s yet? Again, I'm going to say no. How are we doing on 4s? Well, that's got to be 2, 4, 9. No. Not sure about the 5s yet. 6 is done, don't need those. 7, I don't know. 8 is done already, so we're looking for the 9s. Otherwise, we have to start really thinking about the possibilities. Okay, so we can get 9 blocks up here like this, okay? Now, 9 also blocks down in this direction and 9 across here. So that puts 9 into one of these 2 squares, blocking up to the top here. And that means that that has to be a 9. Now, our 9 blocking across here and across here like so means that that's a 9. Then the 9 all the way to the bottom and across here means that that's a 9 there. And now back this way, 9 where we first started. And down here means that we can now finish the 9. So 9 is now complete. And we filled in a few squares here, so that should make things a bit easier. Just see if I can see anything quickly before we go further. Lots of 2-4 pairs around. We have 2 and 4 in those squares. We have 2 and 4 here, 2 and 4 there, 2 and 4 there. Quite a lot. So it's not quite finished yet. Our 2 is going to do it. 2 blocks down here and 2 blocks across here. That will give me 2 in one of these squares blocking up, and this 2 blocking down, so that will be our 2. Now we say 1 blocks down here, there's our 1, and the last number here is a 3. We have 1 and 3 blocking down here, and 1 and 3 blocking across here. In fact, no, we've got better than that. We've got 1s blocking down here. Didn't need to do that. We've got 1 in that square, and then we've got 3 blocking down like this. There's our 3, then 3 across here puts 3 there. This would be a 4. 4 across here and across here. I'm going to give this puzzle an easy level, because I think it is an easy level. I don't think we've needed to do anything different, or difficult here rather, sorry. So 2 up here and 2 across there. There's our 2. We still have 2 blocking down here. There's our 2. Up here we need a 4 for this column. Oh, I didn't finish the 2s. I missed one, sorry. 2 blocking down here. There we go. That's the final digit, 2. Now how about these 4s? We've got 4 blocking across here and up here, so that's our 4. Right. Not much more to go. Now there's 1 empty square in this column. What are you? Are you a 5? I believe you are. We also have 5 missing from this block or this column. Same difference. 5 across here. There's 5 we can place, and 5 blocking across here will give me a 5 here. This is a 7. 7 blocks across here and puts the 7 there. This will be a 3. And to finish off over here, we still need a 1. So that's our easy level game from the Observer. There'll be another easy level game tomorrow in the Guardian, Monday mornings. Okay, that's it. Thanks very much. I'll be back with some more difficult Sudoku later in the day. Bye-bye.